What it do, Internet? David Bach here, and today we're going to be talking about the movie It's a Wonderful Life and doing a little review. Let's get into it.
Oh, as long as it looks good for the internet.
Now, It's a Wonderful Life is a classic. Turns out Lacey had never seen it, but I watch it, generally once every Christmas or, once every couple years. It's definitely on my rotation of Christmas movies that I enjoy watching. There's a few of them that I find that I just have to get into in a year. And Lacey has never seen it, so we decided that we were gonna, power through the 2.5 hours that movie is and get it all going. But we do all of our reviews by the same metrics here so that it stays consistent and you know exactly where a movie may be failing instead of just some arbitrary thoughts about how I feel about it. But story, I'm absolutely going to give it the point for story. It's very original, very well told. It progresses nicely. It does take a little bit to get to the thing that everybody thinks about It's a Wonderful Life, the general storyline, but the payoff there is so great that it makes sense. Pacing, I will give it the point for pacing. I was thinking the whole time, this is dragging, this is taking a little while. But by the time that it gets to the payoff, it's like, okay, all of these things had to be there so that this could be so great. I was right on the line. For giving it for pacing, but, I think ultimately, if you're taking the entirety of the movie into play, I think that it deserves the point for pacing. It does have to go over a lot of story elements before it can make the reveal at the end, because there's a lot of like, oh my god, this person's still alive, and this person did this because he was around to help, and you do kind of have to show all of that. There may have been another way to sort of make it go back and forth. Maybe they could have started later and done flashbacks, but that could have gotten pretty convoluted. So I think that the way that they told it is probably appropriate for the story that they had. Acting, I'll definitely give it the point for acting. I mean, Jimmy Stewart is fantastic. There's so many, small parts that really deliver in a big way. And I think that, it's a classic. They did a great job. Cinematography, I think cinematography is why It's a Wonderful Life has been around for so long. Kind of harkens back to Akira Kurosawa, where he did just a great job of showing so many people, and the blocking was very good. There's extras. Every one of those extras has business. There's just crowds and crowds of people. The image just looks like it's bursting off of the screen the whole time, and it really is a fantastic piece of cinema. Execution, I am going to give it the point for execution. I'm kind of on the fence about that one as well. There are a few jump cuts that take place. The editing in the scene where he loses the money for the bank is pretty atrocious, honestly. But it's sort of one spot of a lot of the, there's not that sort of jump cut. Other places, there's like one or two outside of that one scene that was done terribly, but, ultimately I feel like it works on a lot of different levels, and there's a great deal of effort and time that went into it. The set dressings are fantastic. The amount of people that they put on screen, it's pretty impressive. The more people you have on screen, the harder that project gets to pull off. I feel like that one scene doesn't outweigh the entire movie, although, I was fairly close to it on that one. But I'm going to give this one a 5 out of 5. I think it deserves it. It's such a classic, and it's been around for so long. It's absolutely worth a watch, and one that I hope you guys enjoy this Christmas. But that's all I had for you guys today. It was a pleasure as always, and you have a wonderful evening.